Ishwarata Tadavitavadhika Durgata Gatana Virhati Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande Ayam Violataya Sanatana Kalita Bhuttara Savara Tayajya Sanatana Kalita Bhuttara Nivasatu Nityamrihamrita Nindini Vindan Madhurimasaram Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande Jaya Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Jayite Jaya Radhe Gokula Daruni Mandala Mahite Gokula Yorade Jaya Jaya Madhava Jayite Damodararati Vardhanavesha Harinishkuta Vrindavipinesha Radhe Vrishabhanudati Navashashilaka Lalita Saki Guna Ramita Vishake Radhe Jaya Jaya Bandhav Shri Guru Varam Shri Rupanuga Pravaram Vrajarasarasikam Cha Narayanam Tam Prapannam Shri Guru Charanam Mande Ramana Prishtaya Bhutale Rupanuga Bhaktinam Cha Kripa Murti Narayanam Seva Kunja Vaje Ramye Govardhana Gita Sada Radha Kunja Rasananda Rattat Seva Sakala Pramaya Sastanga Pranam Tagnata Lord Sri Rupanuga Gauri Guru Varga हमारे सत्संग में आपको नाम सुनता हुआ संपूर्ण वैष्णव जब जिन्हें हम श्री दमोदर अष्टकम 6 verse नमो देव दामोदर अनंत विष्णु प्रासिद्ध प्रभु दुख जालक निमग्नम विपरिष्टि दीनम बतानु गृहमेशमामाभ्यम एद्यक्षिदृश्य दिग्दर्शनी टीका भावानुवाद. This is the translation of Sri Sanatana Goswami's tika. So here he is praying, please become directly visible to my eyes. Since there is nothing more rarely achieved than direct darshan of Sri Krishna, it would not have been appropriate for Satyavat Muni to request it at the very beginning of his prayers. This is the reason for the sequence of his prayers. So Param Gurudev's footnote saying that in the first and second verse of Satyavrat Muni's offer, in the first and second verse, Sri Satyavrat Muni offers pranam to Sri Damodar, who is controlled by the prema of his devotees. In the third verse, he offers repeated vandana or prayers unto him. In the fourth and fifth verses, he condemns all the goals of life, beginning with moksha, and prays for the Bal Gopal form of Sri Krishna to forever manifest within his heart. Only now in the sixth verse is he praying for direct darshan of Bhagavan. The sequence of prayer in this verse is as follows. Prasida, kindly be pleased with me. Anugrihana, by the shower of your compassionate glance upon me, completely deliver me from the ocean of sufferings. And Akshidrishya Edi, please become visible to my eyes. He's saying, be happy with me. Give me your mercy. What is that? Come visible to my eyes. Regarding direct darshan with sound logic, Sri Bhagavan's associates have personally established how direct vision of Bhagavan is more glorious than vision of him within the heart. The excellence of this goal is explained in Brihad Bhagavatam, it is Uttarakanda. At the beginning of this stanza, Satyavat Muni addresses the Lord with various names, beginning with the name Deva. Now the sage's inner intention for using these addresses is revealed. Deva, O you whose form is divine, O most beautiful Lord. The sage addresses Sri Bhagavan in this way with the desire to see him directly. Damodar, O Bhagavan, you are known by the name Damodara because of your exceptional quality of Bhakta Vatsalyata, deep affection for your devotees. Because of this special quality, you agreed to be bound by your waist, by your mother, and by this same quality you appeared before the eyes of your devotees and let them meet you face to face. So Krishna allowing his mother to be bound indicates that he is very merciful. Seeing the endeavor of his devotees, Krishna will give his mercy. Therefore the sadhak, with this hope, he does his sadhan, that Krishna will bestow his mercy and fulfill his desire by manifesting before him. Sri Satyavat Muni therefore considers, because of his Bhakta Vatsalyata, I too will be able to directly see him with my own eyes. Ananta, O unlimited, endless Lord. O Lord, there is no end to your, or limit to your mercy. So Ananta means that the Lord is endless, but it also means his qualities, such as his mercy, are also endless. There's no limit. The sage addresses Sri Bhagavan with this name because he desires to attain his Lord's favor in the form of his merciful glance. Prabhu, O Lord, your inconceivable potencies are unlimited, astonishing and immensely powerful. By addressing the Lord thus, the sage implies, O Lord, by the influence of your inconceivable potency, you can become visible to my eyes, even though you are beyond the grasp of the senses. Prabhu means he is the master of what? All potencies. Therefore, by your agatana pati shakti, that potency which makes the impossible possible, please manifest before me. Isha, O supremely independent controller. By this, the sage implies you are the absolutely independent controller, so you can never rely on anyone or anything to exhibit mercy, even to such an unqualified person as me. And they say, I'm very unqualified. Don't listen to anybody or anything. You alone have the power and the capacity to give mercy to whom you want. Therefore, please consider me. Vishnu, all-pervasive one, or, O you who are always inclined to enter the secluded caves and groves of Vrindavan. In other words, Vishnu is all-pervasive. Where even in the caves and kunjas of Vrindavan, he is present. Here the sage implies you are omnipresent, so you do not have to undergo the difficulty of traveling a long distance to appear before my eyes. You are everywhere, so you can just manifest in front of me just like that. It is not it's one thing, you have to travel very far and make a big journey, but no, you are everywhere, so you can manifest right here and now. Therefore, please manifest before my eyes. Next, Srila Sanatana Goswami reveals another meaning implied by these names. The sage says, although you are Ananta, boundless, and Vishnu, all-pervading, you are also Damodar. You willingly allow the devotee to bind you around your waist. If something is all-pervading and limitless, then how can you bind it? Especially if you have your own private business, then so much day and night they're working, contemplating, try to revolve the business, dedicated, one-pointed, so much endeavor, their targets and the goal, they work so hard. And then they get some very meager, some minute fruit, that is bhog, money, wealth. So we are aspiring to something so much greater. But yet, how much sadhana are we doing? How much are we brainstorming? How much are we planning and thinking, how can I achieve that? What steps do I have to take to achieve my goal? We take everything for granted. But without chesta, then how will the kripa come? It's only by Mother Yashoda's chesta, seeing her endeavor, that Krishna allowed her himself to be bound. So if you want Krishna's mercy, then what do you have to show? Therefore we should think, I should work very hard, diligently, sincerely towards this goal, pleasing Guru and Vaishnava. Only then will they be happy with me, will their mercy come. Seeing the hard endeavor of the sadhak, then Guru's heart melts and his mercy will come. If he is simple, sincere, without duplicity, leaving aside his own happiness for this happiness of the Vaishnavas, Guru, then their mercy must come. The devotee should think, I only want deep love for Sri Radha Krishna. I do not want anything else. I especially yearn to become the maidservant of Sri Radha. May I serve her under the guidance of her intimate friends, her prana sakhis and priya narma sakhis. May I serve her beloved Sri Krishna under her direction. I only want this. I do not need any other benediction. So, we only desire one thing. Dasyayate mamarusostru satyam. We only want to become the maidservant, the Pali Dasya of Srimati Radhika. We only want her seva. As streaks of kajal, black cosmetic ointment, ran down his face along with his tears, Krishna breathed heavily out of fear of his mother. On that day, Shri Yashoda bound Shri Krishna by her motherly affection. The Lord of all lords, the possessor of all potencies, he who makes the whole universe tremble by the slightest movement of his eyebrows, on that day trembled out of fear of his mother. He cried, Maya, don't hit me. This is the nature of the immaculate sweet Vatsalya Prema Braj. So this question is Krishna, is he really afraid, or is he only making like a drama for the sake of the pastime? Why is Bhagavan? Bhagavan knows everything. No one can harm Bhagavan. So how can he be afraid of Mother Yashoda? But here, controlled by the Vatsalya Prema of Mother Yashoda, Krishna has forgotten that he is Bhagavan. Now he is absorbed in his role as being a small child. And yes, now he is afraid. Oh, Mother will hit me. Mother Yashoda will pick up a stone. Then he becomes afraid. He's trembling. He doesn't want his mother to chastise. Why? Mother beats, anything that will be pain, hurt. Children, they know the child doesn't want this. So now he really is afraid. This is called Dharana Bharchana. This is called Palan Poshan, Dharana Bharchana. Two ingredients of Vatsalya Prem. One is to maintain, nourish the object of one's love. One is to chastise also. In his meditation, Satyavada Muni saw how Mother Yashoda was kissing Krishna's cheeks, how his earrings were doing the same, and especially how the gopis were kissing Krishna so sweetly. He yearns to see this little Gopal directly. Astonishingly, even after such a sweet vision, his hankering has still not been satiated. Therefore, he will eventually express an even higher desire than what he expresses in this stanza. In other words, Anandam Guri Vardhanam Pratipadam Purnamrita Swarnam. Every moment his bliss is increasing, his desire is deepening. The sadhak's bhakti should also be like this. Every day our desires for bhakti should be increasing, deepening. then one will make rapid advancement. One thinks, oh, I have achieved so much. Then one will not endeavor to take the extra step. But if one feels that I have not achieved anything, then one will always be endeavoring. So this is the nature of the pure devotee. The Uttam Bhagavat. He always Chinara peace with Nishpa, always very humble. He always thinks, I have never served my Gurudev, I have never done anything. But Kanishta, on the other hand, he is opposite. There's little seva, then he becomes very proud. Oh, I washed pots all night. Oh, I did this seva, I did that seva. Small things, even small insignificant things, then become proud because, oh, I have done something. This is because we have nothing, and therefore you do even a little bit, then it is so. The Atma is basically in this dry desert, in this forest fire of material existence. No rust, no nourishment for the soul. Since how many births the soul has been averse to Krishna, completely devoid of this priti, of this love of Bhagavan. So even now, when a little bit starts coming, a little mercy starts coming, he begins to engage in bhakti. Then he's feeling some relief. It's like somebody who is suffocating. Their head is inside the water. Then they come up to receive from air, then how much relief do they feel? So we are like that. We've been suffocating for so many millions of births, devoid of any kind of devotion. Now if we perform a little devotion, we feel some relief. But this is nothing to be proud of. Therefore, we should keep our eye on what is the goal, and then we should work towards that. Sadhya and sadhana. In this way, if we always keep our eyes on this goal, that is prem, braj prem, chant the holy names, purify your heart at all times. Chant these names. Kirtaniya Sarahari. Then everything will all success will be guaranteed. Sri Satyavat Muni had heard about the kirtan performed by the Braj Gopis. When Krishna disappeared from the Ras dance, the Gopis were unable to bear the separation from him and began to cry. The song they sang while weeping is famous by the name Gopi Geet and is found in Srimad Bhagavatam. With deep love, Srimad Mahaprabhu used to relish this song, especially during the period of his life when he remained in the Gambhira. The following verse is from Gopi Geet. Tava katam ritam tapta jivanam kavi viredam kalmasapaham Shravana Mangalam Srimad Attam Bhuvigranantiye Bhuridajana. O Krishna, we are always suffering in this material world, but just hearing the immortal nectar of your words and narrations of your pastimes gives us life. These narrations coming from the lips of your pure devotees eradicate one's sinful reactions and bestow the ultimate benediction, Krishna Prem, upon whoever hears them with faith. Your pure devotees broadcast these narrations, which are full of spiritual beauty and opulence all over the world. There is certainly no one more kind and compassionate than those souls who distribute this nectar. So, someone who distributes the nectar of Braj Lila, Braj Katha, then they are truly Bhuridajana, they are the most compassionate and munificent, magnanimous. But the Gopi, therefore Mahaprabhu embraced Pataparuta when he heard this. He said, I cannot repay you for what you have given me. This Braj Katha, this Braj Lila Katha, Braj Ras, it cannot be repaid. This is Mahaprabhu's desire to distribute this everywhere. But the Gopis were being tortured by the pain of separation from Krishna. They were actually saying the descriptions of your pastimes are not Amrita. They are deadly poison, Mrita. If anyone hears them, their life will become one of suffering. Poets have sung the glories of narrations about you in vain. At first, the narrations seem to be full of charm and sweetness, but instead of bringing joy to someone's life, they plague him with sorrow. In fact, the people who recite your pastimes are ruining everyone's lives. Someone hears Krishna's pastimes, then he will become destitute. He will suffer. Krishna will steal his heart, and then taking that heart, he will run away, leaving you to weep and cry. The Gopis are saying this. Why? Because they know. Krishna left the Gopis for 100 years and went to Dwaraka. Then the gopis there in Undavkyari, in Karambakandi, in the forests of Vrindavan, they are wandering here and there in separation. Krishna for so many years, maintaining their lives only with the aspiration or with the hope that Krishna will return, then we will be able to serve him and make him happy. If he returns and we are not here to serve him, then what will happen? Krishna will become unhappy. Therefore, we must be ready for him. Therefore, they are maintaining their lives somehow or another. So these topics of Krishna, they are like mrita. Anyone who hears them, then this deadly poison will enter the heart and one will become detached from everything worldly and everything mundane, and one will then appoint oneself fully to the service of Radha and Krishna. In this verse, the word Burida, most munificent, indicates that those who broadcast narrations about Krishna all over the world are the greatest of all generous people. However, in divine madness, Divya Unmad, brought about by the severe pain of being separated from Krishna, the gopis spoke about him sarcastically. We'll hear about this tomorrow. The gopis, sarcasm. The gopis discuss amongst themselves Krishna Katha, describing the qualities of Krishna. This we'll hear tomorrow. Now we'll touch some Vilak Pushmanjali. The 6th verse. Vairagyayuk bhakti rasam prayatnaya apayamam an rabipsum andam kripam buridya paradukka dukki sanatanastam param ashrayami. Gurudev's commentary. Raghunath Das Kasami was thinking, to carry out the order of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is service to him. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is actually Radha and Krishna, therefore he is telling me to serve Radha and Krishna, that is also service to him. He was considering that if he dies in this consciousness, he will at least take birth as a grass there, as Uddhav did. Which we heard yesterday actually, when we left off here. That how Rupa Goswami, he is not, Sanatana Goswami, he is very expert in politics, using logic, and therefore he has, through his sound logic and scriptural references, he has established this sambandha, this relationship, this foundation for entering into bhakti. But Rupa Goswami, he never utilized logic in his writings. Rather, Rupa Goswami mainly focused on the devotional sentiments themselves. Therefore, bhaktya sanjayate bhaktya, by doing devotion you get devotion. So this is abhideya. Therefore, Rupa Goswami is abhideya acharya. He has given a strong emphasis on the devotional sentiments. What is the mood the devotee should have while performing his bhajan? So here, Guru Bhagavad is saying, Bhaja sakalam upeksha tavaka sastra yukti. Don't adhere to sastra yukti, scriptural logic. Whatever logic has been given in Vedanta or other sastra, leave that aside. Sakalam upeksha. Don't depend upon that. Logic is required in Vaidhi Bhakti and for managing and preaching. For entering deeply into a bhajana, however, he's trembling, he's becoming terrified. Imagine if the Vaishnavas come and they embraced you, and you had some pimples and boils on your body and the pus and blood went on their body, then how would you feel? You would immediately get some cloth and want to clean it off and touching them, oh I'm sorry, like offering your dandavats, everything. You would become so upset and afraid I have committed offense. So imagine every day Mahaprabhu is coming embracing Sanatana Goswami, and every day this is happening. Sanatana Goswami, he cannot tolerate it now anymore. It is offensive on my part that Mahaprabhu, being Krishna himself, is embracing me to his chest, and the moisture from these sores is touching his body. Rather than allow my offense to continue, I have made up my mind to give up my life at the time of Rath Yatra cart festival, under the wheels of the chariot. It is said that if you die under the wheels of the chariot, you attain liberation. Therefore, previously, in the government, they didn't used to have so much security. Then you would see these some old or recent lady, she would come and throw herself under the wheel, or anybody someone is suffering so much, they'll throw themselves. Every Rath Yatra there'll be so many suicides like this, at least 2, 3. But now the government they bring so much military, so much police, you cannot get near the chariots anymore. It's not possible anymore. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu could understand Sanatan's heart and said, "Oh Sanatan, if a person gives something to another, does he have any right to take that property back? Once you give something to somebody, it's not yours anymore." Sometimes people, they give something to the Vaishnavas and they want with the expectation that Vaishnava will utilize it in a certain way. And the Vaishnava, they do not, then they become upset, they lose their faith. Oh, why are they not using? Why are they not accept my offering? You gave, it's up to them how they like you. They want to use for themselves, they want to give to anyone else. It's up to them. You offered it and they have accepted it. Why? By accepting it, they accepted your offering. If the Vaishnava didn't accept your offering, they wouldn't have accepted it in the first place. The fact that they have taken it means they have accepted it. So one should not have that doubt that, oh, they have given to somebody else my offering, that means they didn't accept it. No. The fact that they received it means they have accepted it. Now it's up to them whether they want to utilize it themselves or offer it to anyone else. That's up to them. But if by receiving it, they have fully accepted your offering. One should not have this conception. Like people that go to the pujaris and they give mala and they make some, or on Annakud we cook some preparation, then we put our name on it. Then we want that one back for ourselves. I want the garland back. Then you offering the garland to Thakur, you are offering for yourself. Now you've turned the Lord into your order supplier. Someone to give you green light. Go to them, it's like a touchstone. Touch anything, touchstone becomes gold. So then you go to the touchstone and then make gold and run away. And there's sometimes some brahmachari, anyone they're traveling with any sannyasi, or then they collect some pranami. And that pranami is supposed to offer to Guru Paraparma. But those who are very clever, then they go to the sannyasi, touch to their feet, and then they keep it in their pocket. Now it's purified. Like this. They think that, wow, I have some donation. They want the donation. But if I offer to Guru, they will really give it back to me or not. Then better not to offer than in the first place, and just keep for themselves. But it is up to Guru. Once you offer, it's like you offer. Then, if you cannot offer even a small donation without any inhibition, without any apprehension, then how will you offer yourself? If you truly surrender yourself to Guru, then it's up to them how they will utilize you. But if you always have so much expectation and desire, I will do this, I will do that means you're not surrendered. It is up to them what they will want to do with you. They will keep them close to you, keep you far away. They'll beat you, they'll embrace you, that is up to them. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not order him directly, but cleverly and tactfully indicated his desire. Then he told him, the first point is that if you have surrendered your body to me, you no longer have the right to do what you like with it. Only I have the right. By taking what is rightfully mine, you are committing offense to me. Secondly, if I thought by giving up my life I could attain the service of Radha and Krishna, I would give up my body lakhs and lakhs of times. But by giving up one's life, one cannot have Radha and Krishna's service. Only by Bhakti Yoga can a person have their service. Therefore, try to understand. Give up your idea of ending your life. Increase your sadhana and bhajan, and then you very soon achieve your desire. We think that by doing this, by doing that, I'll get the Lord's favor. Like Mahaprabhu's time, there was one Brahman, he was hiding in the Shiva Sangha. Then Mahaprabhu was not feeling inspired to do kirtan. And then this Brahmana was there, hiding. He brought him there. Then Mahaprabhu was not pleased. And Shiva's Pandit said, oh, but he's a very nice Brahmana, he only drinks milk. Then Mahaprabhu said that only by drinking milk can you attain Krishna Prem. How is possible? You saw them so many calves, baby calves, they would achieve Prem. Why? They only drink their mother's, so many babies only drink their mother's milk. They don't eat any grains. then why they're not getting prem? This is not a qualification. Devotion is the only means to achieve prem. Therefore, Mahaprabhu told Sanatana Goswami, give up with all these ideas. Never have received instruction for Raganuga and Manjari Bhav. I would have never read Vidagda Madhav, Lalit Madhav and Dan Keli Komudi, nor would I have written any books. I am therefore extremely indebted to Sanatana Goswami. So even when he was in Puri, obviously he was receiving everything also from Sarup Damodar and Mahaprabhu. But advanced instruction and these specific moods, this Manjari Bhav mood, this was given by who? Rupa Sanatana. Sarup Damodar Goswami ultimately is Lalita Sakhi. So even though Sarup Damodar Goswami has all knowledge of everything, but yet the mood of being a Palidasi Kinkari is not inherent in his Sarup. It is inherent in who? In Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, because they are Rupa Manjari, Lavanga Manjari. Therefore, under their guidance, then Raghunath Das Goswami, then he fully realized and achieved the Prayojan. Therefore, he is known as Prayojan Acharya. Raghunath Das Goswami has taken all these ingredients, all the teachings of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he has combined them and applied them in the most perfect way, and shown how a sadhak must perform sadhana, how a sadhak must act, do sadhana on this path of Raganuga Bhakti. And therefore this is the ideal, he is the ideal example. Especially if you read this Vila Pushmanjali as we progress, you see all the beautiful moods that internally the sadhak has to contemplate while on the path of Ragmarg. If you want to enter to the path of Ragmarg, then one's primary focus at that time will become Smaran, not Kirtan. In Vaidhi Bhakti, Kirtan is the most prominent anga of Bhakti. Because in Kali Yuga without Kirtan, one can achieve any perfection. One cannot make any advancement. So Kirtan is always prominent. But when one transitions from Vaidhi Bhakti to Raganuga Bhakti, that time Smaran takes prominence. Kirtana Prabhave Smarana Hoive Sekale Bhajana Virjana Sambhav. That time, by the influence of Kirtan, Smaran will awaken, and that time the sadhak will be absorbed day and night in remembering the pastimes of Radha and Krishna. Always absorbed in his internally conceived Siddha Deha, Antas Chintit Siddha Deha, he will serve Radha and Krishna. If I said that, Amanana Manana Hoy Sada Krishna Nam Labe, Bade Radha Krishna Seva Manasi Koribe. Always residing in branch, chanting the holy names, one will perform Manasi Seva of Radha and Krishna day and night. And not what if, or not think about anything else. This actually takes place in the stage of what? Raganuga Bhajan. When does Raganuga Bhajan start? Raganuga Bhajan truly starts at the stage of Asakti. And in the real sense, you can consider that Bhav Bhakti. While Bhav you have realized this loop, then you can really serve Radha Krishna internally. Before that, stage of Ruchi, some beginning, some slight starting at that time. Asakti already much more, but that Asakti which is leading into Bhav, that is when he begins to day and night chant and remember and serve internally. So here, Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami, they, by giving this sweet Lila Katha, giving instructions, speaking topics about Manjari Bhav and the moods of the Palidasi. Then Raghunath Das Goswami, hearing all those, taking all those moods in his heart, he began himself being absorbed in his own Siddha Deha. Rati Manjari began serving with those moods. And now he is expressing those things here in Vilap Kusha Manjari. So that which Rupa Goswami has given to Raghunath Das Goswami, he has assimilated and practiced himself, and now he is expressing it here. These moods have come from where? They've all come from Rupa Goswami, coming to Raghunath Goswami to us. Therefore, our acharyas have prayed, Rupa Raghunatha Pade Hoye Beakuti, Kabe Hama Bhuja Bose Yugala Beriti. Rupa Raghunatha Pade Rahu Mora As, Pratana Koro Esada Narottama Das. We desire to become the footstep followers of Sri Rupa and Raghunath. we would also be quite blind in these matters. Here it's saying that Anabipsum andam, I was unaware of Raganuga Bhakti. Das Goswami is speaking in a mood of humility. Actually, he had received instructions in Raganuga Jnana from Mahaprabhu Sarup Damodar, and he had learned so much more from Rupa Goswami. Still he is saying, I was blind. I did not know anything about Rasmai Bhakti. Krishna, Radha, the gopis of Braj Bhav. I did not even have the desire for these things. We would also be quite blind in these matters if we had not come to our Gurudev. At first we had nothing, but now we reflect on how obliged and indebted we are to him. Should we advance further, we will feel even more indebted. So, we'll finish here today. And we'll continue tomorrow on Gurudev's explanation of this verse. Vairagya Yuk Bhakti Rasam Pradhatna. Das Goswami is remembering the mercy of Sanatana Goswami.